Hi everyone, good evening. I'm Bhavani Sahu and I'll be a host for this orientation program. I take the privilege to not just host this event but to welcome, our distinguished speakers, wonderful team members and our empowered women future leaders. Hope you guys had a blissful start to this new year. Once more, I would like to wish all of you a prosperous and a cheerful upcoming. Guys, day one is always so special. You are filled with curiosity to know so much more about your new journey. And trust me, for all of us, this day is noteworthy and a much awaited event in each one of our lives. Before we begin, I would take a moment to talk about our most distinguished founder, Mr. Ankur Goyal, whose vision to achieve equality and diversity in the workplace has led to the creation of this illuminated platform known as Skillible. And I do believe that each one of us is immensely pleased to play a substantial role in his bounteous journey. And now the wait is going to be over because we are going to introduce our real gems, that is, our honorable speakers for this evening. To begin with, we are super honored and thrilled to have an eminent personality like Vidya Raman with us. We welcome you, ma'am. She is a Salesforce practice leader at IM and comes with a strong track record of managing management and technology teams. She has built a successful strategic relationship across business units through her admirable tech expertise. She is going to enlighten us today by sharing her vision on the future of work, women's leadership, and Salesforce opportunities. We truly embrace your presence, ma'am. Welcome to Skillable.
Thank you.
Next, Next, we have a woman for whom I believe she needs no introduction. Let's welcome Jyotsna Bitra. She is not just a marketing champion, guys, but a founder, a co leader of Salesforce marketer group Phonics. And to add more feathers to her cap, she is a golden hooding recipient too. I truly believe that your presence is going to empower each one of us in the most unique way. She is going to illuminate us about the support by Trailblazer, Women's in Salesforce, and the Eye Candy Golden Hoodie. We are thrilled and honored to have you with us, Jyotsna. Welcome to Skillable.
Thank you very much. I'm so honored to be here.
And finally, let me introduce you to a man who is filled with passion and is making a huge difference in the life of various people through his commendable learning solution. Let's welcome Yudhishthir Yadav, National Lead, Trailhead Academy Talent Initiative at Salesforce. I'm sure that his leadership qualities will uplift our conviction at large. Today, Yudhishthir will dwell upon Salesforce Talent Development Initiative. We are truly overwhelmed to have you with us and welcome to Skillable Yudhishthir.
Thank you very much, Bhavani. Go
So, next, I will love to introduce my dearest colleague, Shiv Kumar Sharma, who is here today with us. And he's been a part of Skillable since its inception. I truly believe no one could be better than you, Shiv, to talk about Skillable and tell us more about Women in Tech program. So, it's time to begin with the session. Over to you, Shiv.
Thanks for the introductions, Bhavani. And first, I'd like to once again congratulate all of our learners for reaching this far. You have done a terrific job up till now, and we're really excited to take you on a journey to transform your career. But before we embark on this journey, I just want to talk in brief about how Scalable came to be. Over the years, we have witnessed the growing demand for diversity in the workplace. While the industry has sprung to adopt diversity and inclusion within their business practices, companies are still struggling to hire a diverse workforce due to a number of reasons. As per some of the nationwide polls conducted last year, about 72% of Indian women are quitting their jobs or are considering quitting their jobs in the next 6 months. And 77% of women have felt that taking a career break has, set them back in their career journey. The mindset which is attached to career breaks has also resulted in a lot of women actually excluding career breaks from their resumes, while some of them, choosing to not put it down as it, breaks their potential recruiters. So women who take career breaks, many of these women are not able to return to work due to various obstacles such as lack of flexibility and difficulty in finding the right path into the workforce. So for women who have an aptitude for STEM related fields, upgrading your skills online offer a fairly easy way to flexibly add high value technology skills that employers need and the industry is moving towards. So, in an effort to address this issue, we decided to launch a highly tailored program to help women return to the workplace as well as grow their careers in technology. Our journey began 3 years ago, spearheaded by Ankur Goel, who's the founder of Skillible. Ankur has over 17 years of recruitment experience working with top IT companies across India and abroad. And throughout his journey, there was one challenge that always stood tall and high. It turns out that there is a huge skill gap between the requirements of companies and the talent available in the market. Combining it with the repercussions of the COVID pandemic and the Great Recession, this skill gap continues to widen even today. So, in order to alleviate this, Skillable was born with a mission to provide equal and affordable upskilling opportunity to everyone. Further to this, Ankur also carry a vision to nurture the culture of normalizing the DNI initiatives in the industry to support and guide women in excelling at a career in tech. With this, we started our first cohort under the Women for Tech program about 3 years back, which had 13 participants who were on a career break. We are now proud to say that we were able to place 12 out of those 13 participants thanks to their own efforts and support of the expanding Salesforce ecosystem. We have continued to run similar training batches and are now expanding our initiative from a Salesforce perspective to make it even bigger and better just for our learners. So our partnership with Salesforce was just the start of many more good things to come. And empowered with this partnership, we are training the future of women leaders in Salesforce. Over the time, as now that I look back, our curriculum has evolved a lot to not just train you through the ins and outs of the Salesforce ecosystem, but also, establish a strong foundation in web fundamentals such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to refresh and reinstate the concepts for a better development experience. So we have taken our, due time and gone through all the processes to tailor this program exactly to your needs and the industry's needs as well. And we are grateful for the support of Salesforce and especially Yudhishthar as he has been there since day one, helping us along to smoothen the entire process and the entire Salesforce team to, make this a success. I think this is a really good opportunity for women to advance their careers in technology or even start a new career in technology if you want to make a switch. The entire Skillable family will be there to your journey. With that, I would like to again wish the best of luck to all the learners for your training. Over to you, Bhavani.
Thank you so much, Shiv. I think that was a very enlightening piece of information that you have shared, and our learners would have definitely benefited out of it. I would now request Vijaya Raman ma'am to share her thoughts with us. Over to you, ma'am. We are honored to have you.
Thank you, Bhavani. And I'm very happy to be here with all of you today. First of all, I want to congratulate all the participants who are selected for this program because this is one of the wonderful program that Skillable and Salesforce together driving. And I'm very happy to be part of this program and then be part of this session today. So I wanted to share. I think Shiv was talking about women taking break and then coming back, and then how they will feel and how they will be accepted in the industry. So I wanted to actually share my experience in that space. So I also took a break. It's not that like I have actually had a career without any break. So I have close to 30 years of experience in the industry, but then I took a break of 2.5, 3 years when their own reason for taking a break, right? So there will be some personal reason. So I took a break, and after that, like when I wanted to come back to IT industry, I was wondering like, which area I will get into, where I will fit into, and which company is going to give me an opportunity, right? So I was having an experience of around 16, 17 years experience when I took a break. And I took a break because I didn't get the flexibility that I wanted at that point in time. Because some organizations that time were giving flexibility, some organizations were not giving flexibility. With this, I'm talking about almost 10 years back. Yeah. More than 10 years, yeah. So I took a break, and then, but what I did is like, I never sat back saying that, okay, I've taken a break. Let me sit in front of TV, or let me sit in front of computer and then browse through. But I did my piece of, empowerment, and also educating myself on various things. I used to attend a lot of courses. I was having experience in BPM, business process management. So I used to learn a lot of things about BPM, and how the market is evolving, and then how the industry is actually coming up with new products. And I used to do a lot of reading. So that actually helped me to land in a job with TCS. Yeah. So I actually joined as a BPM program manager for one of the large program in TCS. And I was successful for the first year, and then second year I was actually chosen for global delivery partner role for their BPM team, BPM practice. So my journey went on, and then see, and again, the journey was not, it's not full of roses. Definitely, you never come back from a break, right? So definitely, organization is not going to give you the same position what you would have got it if you have not taken a break, right? And they are not going to give you the same salary what you will be earning if you're not taken a break. So we have to be mentally prepared for that, and I was thoroughly prepared for that, because I know this will be definitely something that is going to happen in the industry, and no company is going to give you the same position and salary what we will be getting if you have not taken a break. So I was prepared for that, and then settling down in an organization after 3 years, 4 years break is not going to be easy, because you have got used to some style of a living. That last 2 3 years you would have got, you would have actually had a relaxed life, or you would have had different challenges from the personal front which you will be focusing on and then taking care of it. And then coming back to work is not going to be easy, because you will have to change your schedule, you will have to change your way of working, you will have to change your support system in this at home, right? And all that you will have to balance it out. Don't think that I'm scaring you. These are all practical problems that each one of us will be facing when we come back. Okay, even if you're not taken a break, if you're continuing to work, you will be facing these challenges. But when you come back from a break, definitely these challenges will be little more manageable. Hello.
Hello, we can now hear you.
Yeah, sorry about it. So yeah, that those are certain challenges which we should be mentally prepared to handle it. But I'm sure every organization will support you. Yeah, because see, currently I'm at IBM, and I joined IBM 2 years back, and this is one of the excellent company that I worked so far in terms of women empowerment and diversity and inclusion. We literally walk the talk when we say that we are actually we wanted to improve our diversity. We literally mean that, and then we do that. And in fact, with the support of Salesforce, we have been doing a lot of diversity initiatives which we have been working on. I will talk about a little bit about my Salesforce journey, yeah, where I have started and how I have started, and then how I am actually liking the Salesforce ecosystem. Yeah, I have been always from the beginning. I have been on technology side. See, what happens normally is in the IT industry. So after some time, after a few years, 10 years or 12 years experience, you um, tend to get into management space. Yeah. So once you get into management space, typically what will happen is you will get pulled into operations, you will get pulled into various other initiatives, and then lose track of your technology expertise, or technology focus, which I was very conscious about it, and I never wanted to go out of technology. So I actually have a very diversified experience in terms of technology. I started my career with, I don't know even whether you heard about this technology, something called Fox Pro. Yeah. Then I worked on Fox Pro, VB2, and then after that I moved on to Oracle, client server architecture, and then Oracle Forms, and then moved on to Portland content management, integration, and then BPM. Then after that, like, when I actually, again, see, when I was working in BPM, again, I've had some personal challenges, very serious challenges, like, so which again forced me to take some 3 months break. So that time I was thinking, what do I do? Like, I didn't quit my job, but I was in TCS. I didn't quit my job. I was in TCS, but then I took a break of 3 months. I took leave, and then I was thinking, what do I do? Which technology shall I pick in? Because, like, BPM is something which I worked for quite a few years. I want to keep changing the technology that I'm working, so that, like, um, you will get to learn a lot of things. See, that is one thing which I wanted to tell all of you. Please don't stop learning, because this industry is, like, changing every day, and if you don't keep learning, you will be outdated very soon. Yeah, you'll become obsolete very soon. So that 3 months time was actually pretty good time for me to um, understand, and then, like, pick up Salesforce as a technology. So I started learning, or, like, reading about Salesforce. This I'm talking about 2016, I think. Yeah, 2000, no, not 2016, sorry, 2012. So I started learning about Salesforce, CRM, and then I got interested in this. So I started picking up Salesforce. So when I went back after my break, 3 months of break, so I told TCS that, see, I wanted to move into Salesforce. If you guys have any opportunity, please let me know. And again, see, some organizations will give you an opportunity to move across technology. Some organizations will not. Okay, so we have to be cognizant of that fact. But then TCS was kind enough to give me an opportunity to actually move into Salesforce project. So I started actually managing Salesforce. Again, managing Salesforce project without having strong, like, no hands-on experience in Salesforce is not going to be easy. So what I normally used to do is, every technology when I start working on, I actually I sit with the developers to understand, even though I'm the project manager or a program manager or a delivery manager, I sit with the developers, understand how they are doing the development, what are the challenges that they are facing, what are the technical challenges that they are facing, yeah, and how we can overcome. See, one thing you all need to understand is, if you wanted to learn, okay, you have to put in effort. It's not going to come easy for anyone, right? It's not that, okay, somebody is going to give you some slides, or somebody is going to give you some course material which you can just go through and then, like, understand. You can understand, but then, like, if you have to really talk about the technology or get experience in the technology, you will have to do your homework, you will have to do your hands-on work. So even today, like, no, I don't mind picking up a piece of small code and then, like, no, doing the development for that. I don't mind even going and doing some certification. See, today at this position, like, I'm IBM doesn't expect me to do certifications, but then, like, I take interest and do the certification. So the reason why I'm saying is that, don't stop learning. So that is definitely something which is required for all of us, not just women, for all the professionals, IT professionals, and especially when we are coming back from break, we will have to put in that extra effort. Yeah. So I started my journey with Salesforce. I used to spend a lot of time with the technical team. And see, I was also expected to manage operationally, like, that entire program, entire account, which is actually a huge account for TCS. So I used to spend a lot of extra time to learn the technology, spend time with the team. So that actually helped me a lot. Okay. And one more thing is, don't think that, okay, you are a senior person, I don't want to talk to my juniors, why should I go and sit with my juniors to learn? Learning is, like, something which you can learn from anyone. Even the small kid, you can go and learn something from them, right? So keep that in mind. So these are certain things which actually help me to pick up new technology at any point in time. Even today, if I have to go and pick up some new technology, I'm ready to do that. So don't hesitate to learn, and don't hesitate to ask questions. If you have some doubts, or if you need some clarification, don't think that, okay, what somebody will think. Is it a wrong question? If I ask question, like, no, will they think that, like, no, I don't know? It's okay. See, everybody will not know everything, right? So it is okay for not knowing something, but you should have an inclination to learn that. Yeah. So ask questions, learn, and wherever you need clarity, don't hesitate to ask questions. And another thing is, don't hesitate to ask help. If you don't know something, or if you need some help, whether it is at home or at office, don't hesitate to ask for help. See, morning times will be very very tight for everyone. I don't mind asking my husband to come and help me in the kitchen, right? But I know, I will not pull him for every small damn thing. But then, if it is required, nothing wrong in asking, because both of us are equal, right? That's how I think. And at office also, if I have some problem, I don't hesitate to go and ask for help. So it's not easy. Okay, it's easy for me to say that I have practiced it for so many years and it is coming easy for me now, but it's not easy. Start practicing it if you're not done it so far. Yeah. So that's what I just wanted to share this. And then Salesforce is something which is definitely is a great technology, and easy to learn, but at the same time, it's easy to lose also. Yeah. If you don't focus and spend enough time, and then get get that attention to it, you will not be able to learn it. But if you start learning with interest, it's a great technology to learn. And from the market perspective, Salesforce is the market leader in CRM, which I think almost all of you must be knowing. And they are doing pretty well in the market and in the CRM space. And actually, Salesforce is focusing a lot on various industries now. Yeah. So those gone are those days, where they were focusing only on sales, service, and marketing, but now they started focusing on various other industries also. And they are coming up with a lot of industry clouds. And we are seeing a lot of customers actually embracing these industry based clouds and industry based solutions that Salesforce is coming up with. So it's a great place to be in. And in fact, I feel if I got a chance, 10 years back when I took a break, if I had a chance like this, it would have been much more better than what I'm today. But yeah, wish you all good luck, and hope all of you will have a great career ahead in Salesforce.
Thank you so much, ma'am. What an inspiring speech. You truly make us believe that there is no end to learning. What an empowering journey, I must say. But ma'am, let me tell you, I would like to ask something to you. Since you are an inspiration to me now, I would love to know that who has been your role model or who has been your inspiration in in embarking you or making compelling you to embark such a beautiful journey, ma'am. I would love to know it.
Okay. See, definitely my mother and my daughter. See, my mother actually, she's a single mother.
Okay.
I lost my father when I was very small, when I was a child, and she has brought me as a single mother. Yeah, and she took up a job when I was 13 years old, and when she started working, the organization where she was working, they said that she has to do graduation for her to get promotion. Yeah, so when I was doing my graduation, she was actually doing her graduation. So I used to actually sometimes I used to sit with her because she was almost 48 or something. So, and definitely a lot of pressure on her, and then personal losses and all that. So I used to spend some time with her to uh, give her that comfort feeling to study. Actually, I used to tell her, okay, when I'm studying for my exam, you sit with me and study with me. If you don't know something, I can teach you. So I have actually played a role of how the mother will sit with the daughter and then do that. I have done that with her. But she was a very courageous lady and a very bold lady. She never actually left her actually. She never felt that she cannot do something. Always if she takes up something, she will never sit back and then say that, okay, no, sorry, I cannot do that. Yeah. So that is something which I learned from her. And my daughter, so when she is actually a great designer. My daughter, she does a lot of paintings and lot of art and craft and things like that. So when she was almost 10 years, I think, she saw me working like crazy. Okay, she said, Amma, I said, I don't think I can actually work like you, but I wanted to pick up something which I like, what I like, and I will do well in that. I said, okay. Then after 1 or 2 years, she came back saying that I want to do fashion designing. Never on earth I imagined that, like, somebody in my family will come back and say that, like, they will do fashion designing, because we are actually like very orthodox, Tamilian family. So I never thought, like, she will come back and say that. But then one thing which no, we have decided, me and my husband, like, whatever kids wanted to study, we will not stop them. Yeah. So currently she's doing her fashion design and textiles in Singapore. She's in her third year. And another thing that what she told is, in fact, when she went to Singapore, like, she went during peak COVID time, and I was planning to go with her. In fact, all of us were planning to go with her, drop her, because she actually left soon after her 12th. And so we thought we will go drop her and then make her settle down in Singapore and come back, because of COVID, but we couldn't go. And then I was thinking, okay, I will take up a role in Singapore through TCS. I was in TCS that time. She said, see, don't do that, because if you take up a role in Singapore, probably you will have to come down from your position, what you're actually managing today. And I know how tough it was for you to come to this level. I don't want you to compromise because of my sake. So I will manage some more. So you continue with your job. So these two ladies are actually my great inspiration.
Wow, ma'am, you are not just a tech guru, you are a wonderful mother as well. And we are so glad to have you on this platform today. Thank you so much for sharing this piece of personal information too with us. We are glad to have you. Thank you so much, ma'am. So moving
Thank
ahead, we are going to listen, we are going to ask the women we all want to hear today. I will now request Jyotsna Mitra, my favorite. I love to hear from you, ma'am. The stage is all yours.
Thanks very much, Bhavna. And firstly, Vijaya ji, your story is very inspirational, and I can't stop myself from appreciating for all the efforts you have taken. And everybody listening, I want you to reiterate on some of the very important points Vijaya ji has shared. Never stop learning, whatever the situation is. Never stop learning, and that's something which keeps you growing in your life and in your career. And don't hesitate to ask for help, so wherever it is, in the personal life or in the professional life, when you're stuck with the things, don't hesitate to ask for help. Now, Vijaya ji, thank you very much for sharing these insights. Bhavna, can I ask if I can share the screen? I have a couple of slides to share.
Sure, ma'am, sure. Please go ahead.
Okay, I hope you're all able to see the screen share. Can you
Yes, ma'am,
confirm
we
that,
can see.
please? Okay.
Hanji.
So I would like to start introducing myself a bit. I know Bhavna has done a little bit about that in the beginning, but there is a reason why I'm going to do that. So I am a marketing champion, 4-star ranger. If you are already on Trailhead, so you know what 4-star ranger means. And I have done 17 certifications, and I'm a certified application architect. I'm a marketing cloud architect, and continuing my career further, I wanted to lead and give back to the community. That's how I founded the Marketers Cloud user group. And then I run various boot camps and various webinars to help people learn Marketing Cloud and Salesforce and other soft skills. And I'm also the founder of MC Learning Camp, and I occasionally write some blogs on my blog, jbitro.com. I am a mentor and a conference speaker, and besides all these things, I volunteer to the nonprofits for various social causes. And I am a recipient of President's Volunteer Service Award. That's the prestigious award given in the US, received from the president. So it might be seeming like a more of a bragging thing, but there is a reason why I share this with all of you today. To start with, I am a small town girl, and I came from very humble beginnings. So I being raised up as a eldest of 3 daughters, and I was the first person who would sacrifice the things for the younger ones. And I faced a lot of hardships to finish my studies because of financial situations, and I went through a lot of challenges. And I believe that many of us will face a lot of challenges, and that's where I believe that we have to be strong, and we have to challenge the challenges, and whatever the limitations are, don't let that discourage you. And my talking about my Salesforce journey, soon after my completion of my studies, I got placed into a job, and then it was all happy. So I didn't face any issues. But in my career, in my personal life, I have seen many women. I used to run some sessions for the women, not technical sessions, but in the local community that I live in, I created a group to help the homemakers, because I felt that each one of us staying at home, we go through many challenges. I have seen many women, and they have their own problems. So there should be a network, strong network, so they can go out and share. If they just talk about something, they can talk to a person who is like a friend to them. So even though they're not discussing about their real problem, they can find some comfort. So that's the reason I started that group, and then that grew that transitioned into a technical study group where I introduced them to the Salesforce and then helped them get into the jobs and then progress in their careers. So as a result, I was recognized and awarded the golden hoodie, and also because of the learning and the leadership capabilities. That's what I believe. So I'm so honored to be here today, and also be able to help women. And along the way, where I have seen many women, and where I have listened to their stories, I know many of you are also going through the same challenges. A 24-hour day is not the same for the women and the men. So the men have less responsibilities at home and in their personal lives, but the women, as women, we need to take up many responsibilities, and then focusing on the career, focusing on the job is a challenge. um, but I assure you that we women are perfectionists, and we are skilled, and we are multi-talented, and in many ways we are much better than men. So if we have the strong will and the determination, you we can do anything. So I'm just telling about my journey to assure you that I even started with very humble beginnings, and with the willpower and the determination, I am able to be in the place where I am. So, for you as well, you may be going through many challenges in your life. Don't let them limit you. Take it as a challenge, and consider that these are all the challenges that most of us go through. But the only difference is that some of us has the determination and we continue, and some of us feel that or we cannot continue and they stop in the middle. I would like to share a similar story that Vijayaji has shared with us. So I know a lady who has been on a career break because her family moved to another country, and she was not eligible to work, but then she did stay idle. She was learning, and at the same time she was presenting at various user group community meetings, and she was writing blogs and helping the people. And then when she was eligible to apply for a job, companies were waiting for her to accept their offers. So that's how we need to be proactive. We don't wait for the opportunities and then get ready to grab that opportunity. You be ready, and then whenever the opportunity strikes, get that. So that's very inspirational story. And I have one other story from the study group that I started. So as I mentioned, in the local community that I live in, I started a group, and then I started introducing Salesforce. And there was one lady who was not part of the group initially, but then she came to know about the group, and she learned about Salesforce, the importance, and the relevance to any career. So even if you're coming from MBA background, or the engineering background, or the software background, software has Salesforce has opportunity for everyone. So you can select the one that you like. If you want to be a developer, you can be a developer. If you don't like development and be on the administration side, you can be the one. So there are multiple opportunities in the Salesforce, and having known the opportunities in the Salesforce, she invested her time, and she focused. She completed the trailhead modules. I helped her with the certification, and then I helped her with getting an intern job, and finally she is now working in the IBM as a developer. So there are many possibilities. The thing that separates her, that differentiates her from the other ladies in the group, is that she has the determination, and she spent a lot of hard work and energy on that to get to that level. So for you all, you consider yourself fortunate because you got the opportunity, you got the way, so you are able to see the other end of the tunnel. You are able to see some hope that you are getting trained, and there are some people who can take care of you to train you and then help you further in getting the jobs. This is a very wonderful opportunity that you all got. Utilize this opportunity and don't leave it in the middle. And we all face challenges in between. And I would also like to share a personal story which happened to me recently. And if you look at this picture, do you notice something weird in this picture? So it's me, and if you observe it carefully, I was not wearing any shoes. So I was heading to the Salesforce office to meet some Salesforce delegates. It was very important meeting, but then midway my shoe broke, and it was beyond that I can no longer wear them. So I was just standing right before right in front of the Salesforce office, and thinking whether I should go back or I should enter the office and go into the meeting without wearing anything. So this is the limitation for me there. So my thought process went like this. So I have the choice here whether I want to quit or I want to continue and challenge the limitation and um, go further. So I decided to go, and I went with the hope that everybody would understand the situation, and nobody asked me what happened with that. But and I'm glad that I went in. I didn't let the limitation stop me. I went in. I had a wonderful time. I had the opportunity to share my insights, to meet many people and make connections. So whenever life gives you some challenges like this, we get many challenges every day. Whenever life gives you and you are left with two choices, one is to quit and one is to continue, don't let the challenge limit you. Continue and be uh, be proactive and be determined to be focused on your goal, whatever the challenge is. And finally, I would like to share some uh, tip. The most important thing is, whenever as a woman, and even I feel the imposter syndrome sometimes, that thinking if I am capable of doing something. So women have this imposter syndrome more than men. So we always think that we may not be qualified for something, or we don't feel confident much. So at times we often feel, whenever we're starting something new, we often think that, can I do this? And these are all the excuses that we make for ourselves, thinking, oh, maybe not today or maybe tomorrow. And I have my friend who has been going through a tough situation. She was mentally not well because some other person humiliated her, saying that she is not doing a great job. I mean, like she's being a homemaker and not doing a job, and she felt very humiliated, and she wanted to pursue learning Salesforce or some other technology. But then she did the learning for 1 month or so. She was very passionate. She did continue it very well. But then at some point of time, she heard some news that the recession is going to come, and the job opportunities may be less. And then she quit her practice. So and when the recession is gone, we don't know whether recession is going to come and it's going to impact the job market or not. But she quit there itself, and she doesn't know whether the opportunity will knock or not, or after the recession or not, recession is gone, if she will be ready or not. So instead, what she could have done is she could have continued her studies and spent the 1 year or 6 months time frame to get herself strong in the subject. And whenever there was an opportunity, she could right away grab that opportunity. So I would strongly recommend you to never question yourself, can I do this? Or find an excuse or some reason to quit the thing that you have started. Always think, how can I do this? If you want to finish a trailhead module today, think, how can I finish this module today? So maybe I can defer some work. Maybe I wanted to clean up the house. Maybe I will do it only partial and then do the rest of the thing later, but I will finish the trailhead module today. So think to yourself, for everything that you're going to do, for every goal that you set, think to yourself, how can I do this, instead of can I really do this? So if you have this attitude and if you continue learning and be optimistic, you will definitely be successful. And there are plenty of opportunities, with Vijayaji mentioned, and I'm sure Yudi also will share more insights. Salesforce has multiple opportunities, and there's an opportunity for everyone. Depending on your skill set, on your interest, you can choose the cloud that you want to work on, and you can choose the level as the role as well. You want to be an admin or a developer or a BA or a product manager. There is an opportunity for everybody. So I wish everyone good luck, and I hope you take the maximum benefit out of this training session. And thanks everyone.
Thank you so much, Jyotsna. I think you have just exemplified that a hard nothing can stop a hardworking woman. Thank you so much. But there is something which I would like to ask you. As per my research, you are a woman who wanted to be a teacher. So, and today you are a cloud expert, marketing cloud expert. How did this happen?
So when I was a child, I always we do some pretend play, right? I always used to be the teacher in the pretend play. I wanted to be a teacher, but then the career goals, and then after we grow up, our aspirations will change. So I got into the software, and then I got into marketing cloud. But then the my childhood interest, my childhood dream is still inside me. So and I also found a way to still live that dream. So when I am still working, I am also a user group leader. I run various sessions and I conduct various boot camps to help people learn marketing cloud. So it made my dream come into reality, even though as a career I can't be a teacher, but I am still teaching many people. I'm still helping people learn marketing cloud and Salesforce and other skills. So I feel that Salesforce gave me the platform to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jyotsna. Thank you so much. I guess more power to you, more power to every woman around us. And with this, I would now request the man, we all want to hear you, sir, Yudhishthir, sir. And we love to hear from you since you have been empowering all of us and helping all such organization around us. So over to you, sir.
Sure. Thank you. I will start something with Josna just no ended with on continuing the learning in tough times. So, and someone, in fact, my mentor Sandhya Chintala, she lets skilling division for NASCOM. She led that for about good a decade. So she was giving me this example, saying that all of us have passports and compare them with your educational qualification, and now understand that there'll be tough time like corona came, right? People could not travel, even they have passport, they couldn't travel, but they do not lose their visas, and visas are skills today. So try to keep yourself on a learning curve, don't stop your learning, because the learning is going to be your entry. As soon as the market gets normalized, there will be opportunities for sure. The training and the skill you acquire today will only lead you to get the job. So with that, there are three, four interesting facts about this program I thought I'll share with all of you, and which is where you will also find that there's a passionate team between Skillable and Salesforce who's working together to make sure this program is relevant to you. So the number one fact is that this curriculum is industry relevant curriculum. Amongst us, between Skillable and Salesforce, our SMEs have put in n number of man hours to make sure that this curriculum is so robust, and it's just not talking about Salesforce but also builds a great ramp up way for you to come to a level. So what you will get trained on is that what is peripheral around Salesforce, example oops fundamentals, etc., etc., and then you will take off on Salesforce deep and get yourself trained. So that's one interesting thing. The second and very important is that you will be trained by trainers who are delivering training for Salesforce customers and partners worldwide. And I'm saying this slowly and bit loud because this is not an easy access resource which you get generally for training, which is at no cost. So we are committed, and because of our commitment, we had made sure that whatever trainings a customer, a partner gets on paid basis, we try to bring in the same quality of that training through those trainers who are world class in nature to come and train you, and you will find them amazing as you start the training, no, as the training starts, and you will start to hear from them. The other good thing is that the scalable team is also well qualified. We have seen them. We have, ran our first cohort. We were very satisfied with how they have delivered the program. So I'm sure that will be quite inspiring and encouraging, plus engaging with you. The third interesting thing which we are thinking, no commitments as of now, is that how can we bring in no the leaders, the inspiring no figures like Jyotsna, like Vijaya, more often to come and talk to you. And this time we are trying to attempt saying that can we have such sessions like this in between as well, so that midway or maybe at some point we can come back again as a group and clarify the doubts which you would have after gone through the training and after having acquired certain level of proficiency on Salesforce. So we will work between us, Skillable and Salesforce, and see if that session can also be arranged. So these are two, three things. I don't have to sell you Salesforce. You can yourself go and Google about it. It's world's number one CRM. There are humongous opportunity in the ecosystem. You are just not getting ready to find or to figure out job in Salesforce, but in the entire ecosystem, which means all our customers, all our partners, and our partners are in the likes of companies like IBM, TCS, Accenture, Persistent, Capgemini, Infosys, Wipro, so and so forth. So this is the ecosystem for which this training will be relevant to you. Once you go through this, you will be relevant to all these folks who are out and want to hire people on in DNI. And I'm sure this will go beyond you getting ready to be part of just DNI initiative in their hiring, but in the qualify you in the journal hiring preferences as well. So all the best to you, and we will be there always, the Skillable and Salesforce team, to support you with anything or everything you will need throughout this journey. And we would like all of you to cross the finish line, because today we are kind to embark on this marathon, but we would be seeing you on the other side when the marathon will end, and see you all at the cross line then. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yudhishthir, for creating such a positive difference in all of our lives. Moving ahead, I would like to ask something to you, right? Okay. So, since your aim has been to turn India into a digital talent destination, so we all want to know what compelled you to swim into this noble cause.
Oh, yeah, this is something very close to my heart. I actually led a skilling initiative called as Future Skills at NASCOM. And before joining Salesforce, I was part of NASCOM. I worked with Government of India to launch this scheme, which is the single largest digital skilling platform to get yourself trained. I think I come from, again, no very humble background from a tier three city, and I could see no challenges as I started my career. I moved to metro city, and could find out areas where student and learners in metro cities get much more exposure and opportunities than student in tier 3 and tier 4. So my objective was to actually make sure how can we make this skilling learning more equable across, more affordable, as much as possible. And that's what we try to achieve through this program as well, that this program will allow and give everybody equal chance to participate, and it is affordable. And of course, you're working with Ankur and Shiv and everybody else to make sure that how can we scale it now. So, and that's the only reason we wanted to make sure that everybody has at least equal chance to get skilled on top technologies. Rest is their hard work and their luck.
Thank you so much, Yudhishthir. Thank you so much. So, thank you to each one of our speakers. I guess, guys, your insights, your expertise were valuable. It was wonderful to have the opportunity to learn from you guys and gain such a fresh perspective on the industry and how we can use it to achieve and fulfill a social cause like Skillable.